Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red on this Thursday morning, a bright, sunny morning, and it's very warm out there. I think it's going to be a hot day today. The summer is finally here. It's official. Luke chapter 10, verse 32. Likewise, a Levite also, when he came to the place and saw him, pass by on the other side. So we've had a priest and now we've got a Levite. And a Levite was that part of the Jewish religious order that was involved in the practicals of the temple. They would assist the people, assist the priests who performed the duties. And they set up, open the doors, close doors. In the old tabernacle, they used to erect the tabernacle. It was only the priest that could move around all those practical things. They had a specific role. They were the descendants of Levi, one of the 12 tribes. And they had a role to play because they remained faithful even when the people rebelled, when they came out of Egypt and they worshipped the calf. The Levites kept themselves pure. And God gave them this special role to serve him in the practicals of the temple. And so these guys were good guys in the truest sense of the word. But Jesus there depicts the Levite. He said, we've had the priest who performed the duties inside the temple, but now we've got the Levite, the practical guys. They're the guys that are going to get involved, aren't they? Well, let's see. He came down from Jerusalem. He too had been serving in the temple, patting himself perhaps on the back. He gets to the guy who was dying on the deck there on the street, bleeding to death. And what does he do? He does the same as the priest. Dion Warwick, he walks on by. He leaves the man in his own personal predicament. And you would have thought a man like this, who serves God in practical ways, would have allowed himself the time to invest in getting this guy to a place where he had a chance to recover. But no, the priest leaves him, and so does the practical Levite leave him. What are these things going on in this story? What is Jesus trying to say to the people, to the man who'd asked the question, who is my neighbor? Jesus is depicting the reality of those who don't get involved, and he's saying and re-emphasizing that it doesn't matter who you are and what role you play in life, if you don't practically get involved, even if you're a religious person and you don't practically get involved in the, as it were, the needs of the people, then you and your religion, as James tells us, is useless. True religion is taking care of the needs, of the very obvious needs that are in front of us. And to disregard them needs is to deny the reality of our connection to God. So though these guys were Levites and priests, they were really denying their connection to God because they was not reflecting God in their deeds. And it doesn't matter what we say in terms of who we think we are or what we represent in terms of the badge we wear. If we don't practically get involved in the lives of people who are in need, we are not representing God, because the scripture tells us that God has a special place in his heart for the poor and the vulnerable. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.